Hello and welcome to Real Talk Savannah. And this week is a solo podcast with me, Michelle, your host. Today I want to talk about the Ladies of Liberty. It is a group of women in business that own businesses on Liberty Street in downtown Savannah. We recently got together and did an advertisement in the Women in Business and the Leading Ladies issue of Savannah Magazine. And it's really great because it saves us all some money for advertising. So we collectively came together. We took a photo together and designed a 2-page spread, which is, I think, more interesting. And we each answered one of the women in business questions. So let me back up. Savannah Magazine does women in business part of the magazine every single year. So usually you go in, you pay for an advertisement, and you answer some questions to be a part of that women in business. I think there were over 400 women in businesses in Savannah, so I'll throw that out there as well, that were in the magazine that had paid for advertising. That's super awesome. The other thing is that we came together to represent the street together, so people will understand that all of these women in business are on the same exact street and walkable to each other and support one another. So some of us couldn't make it, but we did get as many as we could together to take a photo. We did a 2-page spread with a mention of each business. Since then, we've designed a map so you can see where each one of us are and tell what type of business that we have, and even had a fun little blurb on the back of our map. So it's really cool. So let's just start with the first business, which would be Labels on Liberty. And that's actually where Mamie Ruth used to be. Mamie Ruth is also a Ladies of Liberty. She just moved a little further down. So we have Labels on Liberty, and we also have Lulu Ride. And Lulu Ride is owned by Lynette Ward, and she's also co-owner of Labels on Liberty, which is also owned by Georgia. So they're at the end. Right beside them is Provisions. So you can go in Provisions, and they have local quail eggs, which I just found out about, which is very high in protein. They have flowers, they have wine, they have snacks, they have little groceries, milk, whatever. It's a fast, easy, if you live on Liberty Street, a good little place to pick up some fresh fruit. It's just a little market that has really great wine, lots of great gifts. And she works well with local farmers and local business owners to carry or locally made things to keep in there. So that's Provisions. That's right next door. So that's on the corner of Liberty and Whitaker. Then a little ways up, we have Satchel, which is handmade leather handbags. It smells delicious in there. And she's been around for, I think, more than 15 years for sure. And Elizabeth's in the photo with us on that. Then we have the Book Lady, which is Jody. People love to go to see the Book Lady. They love the name of it. She's in the magazine with us. She's right by Satchel. Then above that is East and Up, which is Emily Bargeron. So she owns a couple of businesses on the street. And that's vintage clothing. So I forgot. Let me go back. Labels on Liberty is a consignment. So she's got a lot of high-end labels, and East and Up is vintage. So it's pretty cool to have both worlds right there beside each other to bounce back and forth. So East and Up is vintage, a vintage clothing boutique. And then you keep going up, and there is Pima Boutique in Drayton Tower, in the bottom of Drayton Tower. And then there is Mamie Ruth Studios, but she also has a hat bar, a photo booth. So Mamie Ruth has evolved a little more and changed and pivoted with the time. So it's a very immersive location. Now you can make hats. There's an experiential vibe to it. I see bachelorettes coming from her spot at East and Up, which is vintage, and walking over to do a duo experiential, tons of bachelorettes taking photos. She's really, really, really good at that. She also owns another business in City Market, but she is also a part of the Ladies of Liberty. Then across the street, we have Littles on Liberty, and that is Emily, and she and her mother have the most beautiful children's clothing ever. My son is 24 almost, so it's a brand that I don't know. We'll have her on and get her. She's one of the few, whatever children's clothing brand she has is very, it's hard. There's only a couple places that have it. And she's the only one that solely specializes in this brand. And it's very Southern, and it's very, very cute. And the name is Littles on Liberty, which is also super cute. And then there's me, Beat Tan. I'm on the second floor of Drayton Tower. And then we also have Avril, who moved from York Street to the Ladies of Liberty, and she does hair, and she's got an apprentice under her who will be offering blowouts. So she wants to be put on the map because she can do blowouts with the apprentice that's under her. So we've got a great group of women. There's more than that. So we're hoping that others will hop on board that didn't, participate in the advertisement once they see how beneficial it is for us all to be mentioned together. And it also really just features the businesses together for affordable price for advertising, but also it's just a great way to support each other, to connect us all together. And Ladies of Liberty is such a cute name. So it started with much less, but the Littles on Liberty, Labels on Liberty, Provisions. Since we first did an ad, not even an ad. They did an editorial about us in Savannah Magazine about 3 years ago. So since then, Labels on Liberty has been added. Labels, Littles on Liberty, Provisions, Cortland. We hopefully will get her in on the next one. And and the book lady now, we just had not met the book lady yet. She's been around forever. So it's just really cool how we've all come together. So having us all pitch in and be featured in the same publication in each issue for a 2-page spread is so much, it's so much bigger for all of us, but it connects all of us. And I think that's really interesting to people. So I'm glad that we knocked out our first one. We've got a photo shoot, and then hopefully we get more on board. But yeah, pick up this month's issue. It's called The Leading Ladies. You actually will see myself on the cover. I'll let you look it up yourself. I was apparently picked to be a leading lady of Savannah, but in that same leading lady issue, there's the whole women in business spot where you can find the Ladies of Liberty. And we're not too far. The DeSoto's across the street. So if you have anybody coming into town, there's a lot of shopping on Broughton Street, but there's actually a lot of shopping right here on Liberty Street. And now we have a map for you. So we'll link up the map to this episode so you can find out where we are and tell people about us. But also, we'll link the map in this, but also pick up that issue of the Women in Business, Leading Ladies of Savannah. Savannah Magazine is now out now. It's at Parker's and Whole Foods. It's anywhere. That's at Emily McCarthy. Heck, they even have them at Sixpence Pub. So hope you guys have a great week.